Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Monday. I hope you guys are having an awesome start to your week so far and are rocking out whatever goals, hopes, plans, dreams, ambitions you had for this week and are currently making it happen. Couple quick updates before we get started here. I have launched a weight loss course for beginners. It is an online digital course for download. Discover 5 little known secrets to losing weight. If you or somebody you know of is interested in dropping a few pounds now that Thanksgiving is right around the corner, right? And we know that, I mean, let's get real here. When we're at Thanksgiving and we're doing dinner, we are not really focused too much on the calorie counting until we end up with our pants that we need to start unbuckling a couple of belt buckles over there. So definitely, it is an online digital course that you can download and go at your own pace. Do it as you please and as your schedule allows the time for. So definitely, if you or somebody you know of is interested in dropping a few pounds, reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with the initial launch, and I'm super excited to get it out there for the masses to consume. Next, there is a few days left in September, we still are, and Copaiba is 15% off this month, only until the end of the month, so there is still a few days. Copaiba is one of my favorite oils when I'm dealing with discomfort. It is one of the most anti-inflammatory oils on the planet, and I love adding it to just about any blend that I make for discomfort. I also like taking a drop under my tongue as much as I can. I try to do it every morning, but as much as I can, just to promote healthy inflammation in my body, right? So if you or somebody you know of is like me and you're interested in a wicked deal, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Quickly, October 1st is when most of the convention products officially go on sale, so I am super excited for that. It's only a couple days away. All right. That's where I'm going to cut that off. I'm telling you, there's so much going on over here. I could spend days talking about it, and what a great time to be alive, right? That's why I love it. I love this time of life to be alive, and that's really what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about a little bit about being more positive. A little bit ago, we had Positivity Day, and that's a nice, it's a day where you promote happiness. Think positive thoughts, and you do what you can to get yourself in a good mood. That's really great for if you're, to do that. But to do it, we don't want to focus on doing it just for one day at a time. We want to focus on how to be more positive, even when things aren't going your way, right? Especially nowadays, right? Stuff's hitting the fan all over the place. And, up here in Canada, we just had an election. That was next level on all sorts of, or all across the board. And, it can be really hard to think negative, to be down on yourself, to, not really think about to really understand that anything good could come out of it, right? Especially nowadays, right? There's so much going on. So that's where I wanted to come on, give some tips that help me to be more positive, even, when things aren't going your way, when, life's throwing you, the proverbial shite storm, and, the tidal wave just keeps piling on, like a tidal wave, right? It just keeps piling on the water and, the crap into your life. So hopefully, these are tips that help me. Hopefully they help you too. Hopefully you get some value out of them. And who knows, maybe implement 1 or 2 into your own life. And, come back and tell me how it rocked out your world or how it didn't help at all. That would be awesome, either way. Number 1 thing to do when you're trying to be more positive is to do something called positive affirmations. And an affirmation is basically something that you just say to yourself, and then you imprint it on your subconscious mind. So one of the things that it was taught to me more than anything is we're always thinking, right? Our mind is always doing something. So if we aren't, this is really what I catch myself doing it because when I'm not, quote unquote, thinking about anything, it's really easy for me to go onto the negative side of things and to start thinking that, things aren't as great as they are, and, stuff's, something bad is around the corner, or, stuff's not really happening the way I want it to. And a positive affirmation is just something that you say to yourself, that it's an intention that you are creating for your life, right? So any sort of positive affirmation does. And really, what you want to start off with your positive affirmation is either I am, or it is I am. I am, and then most of the time you want to follow it with so happy and grateful now that. Right? I am so happy and grateful now that my bank account is exploding, right, with more money than I could ever imagine. I am so happy and grateful now that I push my boundaries and I'm always moving towards becoming the person I want to be, right? So they're just statements that you put out to the universe that you're trying to implement on your subconscious mind, just to let yourself know that you are awesome. The two most powerful words in the English language are I am. What follows that, right, can be life-changing. And if you put negative, right, I am not good enough, or I am not, not sexy enough, or I am not funny enough, or I can never have that, kind of lifestyle, right? What do you think? What do you think that's doing to your life, right? You are just implementing more of you can't have it. Whereas if you try the opposite of that, and if you put I am able to do that, right? I am doing that, right? I am. Blank. Put in whatever you're looking to feel in your life, right? I have a great relationship with all of my coworkers, right? I am the guy that they go to at work when they, have a problem they need fixed, right? Of course they go to you. Who else are they going to go to, right? You're the guy for the job. So positive affirmations, right? I am so happy and grateful now that, right? I am great. I am awesome. I am courageous. I am the epitome of the person that they want to talk to at work, right? So try it out, right? This is one of those things that you really don't understand the value of this until you try it out for yourself. This was something for me that I had to really adjust to, because it is kind of a weird thing, right? To stand in front of a mirror or something, or stand, in front of a camera, right? And tell yourself how great you are, right? It's so much easier for us to think negative, for us to think that, there's so much things that we need to be doing or we should be doing, and it's hard to focus on what we are doing. Number 2, be kind to others. Right? You want to promote positivity. You want to be more positive. You want to have more positive things in your life. The easiest way to do that is to help other people. Right? And it just feels so much better. One of the things that was taught to me more than anything was your worst day is somebody else's dream day. Right? So as bad as things are going in your life, as tough as times are, as, much as you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, I can promise you with about 99% certainty that there is somebody in this world that is wishing for your circumstances, that is in such bad circumstances, right? That life has handed them such a bad plate to eat off of that they can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? They don't even have a way to even fathom how they can live a different lifestyle, right? So for them, it's so far-fetched of an idea that they would even, have the type of problem. It's so funny, right? Like, you think about the type of problems that we have. Tina and I, we were just talking about some stuff over there, and she's worried that she won't have enough time to watch all of her shows and all of the movies that she wants to watch, right? And that's what I mean. That's like first world problems, right? And it's funny, like, we laugh, right? We do laugh because that is, such a first world problem thing to say. But that's it, right? There is people that are dreaming about that type of lifestyle. There's people that don't even know what TVs are, right? There's people that don't even have electricity. Never mind, they don't even have running water or a house to live in. Never mind, a TV or decisions to make like that, right? Netflix or Amazon, Disney, whatever other streaming channel there is going on right now. So your worst day is somebody else's dream day. So really be kind to others and take that into consideration when you are meeting up with other people. I get it, right? People are next level. And if you're not prepared for them, they can definitely trample all over you and leave you with a sense of, a sense against humanity that you don't even really know what's happening. And I get that. But that's why you really need to understand that as bad as your circumstances are, as bad as other people, seem, as bad as things seem right now, you can't always judge other people by, what they're doing in life. You have to really take into consideration their circumstances, and, there's something going on in their life that they don't want people to know about, and they're doing their hardest to try and keep it, quote unquote, under wraps. And, that's why we really have to be sensitive to other people and what they're feeling and what they're thinking. And, don't really, at the very base of it, don't judge a book by its cover. Number 3, smile. Smiling. Smiling is awesome, right? And you can tell right off the bat that I seem much more approachable when I'm smiling rather than if I'm looking at you like this, right? If I'm looking at you like this, looks like something's wrong. But I'm looking at you like this, right? Let's do it. Let's go party, right? We can do it. I'm with you all the way. Whatever you have in mind, whether it's smart, whether it's dumb, I don't care. You can't threaten me with a good time. Let's do it. And one of my favorite things more than anything about smiling, one of the things that I learned is that it actually takes more muscles to smile than it does to frown. So if there's anything that you could take away from, wanting to smile more, it's that you're actually giving yourself a little bit more of a workout. You are burning more calories. You're actually losing weight by smiling. So if that doesn't make you smile more, I don't know. I don't really know what else will. And I don't even really mean that in like a bad way, right? There's a lot of people out there that don't need to lose weight. And, that's something to smile about in general, right? If you are a happy, healthy person and you are in the perfect body weight, right? That's another positive affirmation. I am in the perfect body that I can possibly have. There's nothing that I can tell you to do to change that. And if you are in that specific predicament, then you probably are smiling all the time because you are in the perfect body that you could imagine. Your life is as perfect as you could imagine it. And what else could you possibly be doing other than smiling? Smiling is just a great way. It's also, I love it in a sense of, we all have our bad days. And, it's not always going to be, sunshines and lollipops, and it's not always going to be, times where we want to be happy. But I can promise you that if you look in a mirror and you start smiling at yourself, eventually your guard lowers, right? You just start looking at yourself, and if nothing else, you just say to yourself, you dork, stop smiling like that. And it does. It does. It just lets your guard down a little bit more. It eases the tension a little bit. It makes you realize that, maybe what's going on in your life isn't that terrible. Right, it could actually be a learning experience to help you progress your life, your business, your finances, your relationships in the future, right? So it all comes down to a smile. If you want to be positive, smile more. I just say this, and I just thought of this right here, because if you're trying to be positive, but you're really angry all the time, and you don't ever show emotion, I don't know, I can't say with 100% certainty, but I would fair guess that, it would be very hard for you to think positive if you just have angry feelings happening in your body. It's really hard. That was one of the things that I learned. What you're thinking and what you're feeling, if you're feeling something different than what you're thinking, you're not going to be doing that, right? So if you're thinking positive, but you're feeling negative, chances are your feelings are going to overtake your thoughts, and you're going to end up with negative thoughts. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, right? Maybe I'm just an anomaly that just loves smiling and I'm a weirdo. Definitely, if smiling doesn't help you think any more positive, and you actually, ended up more angry and pissed off at the world just by smiling, definitely come back here and tell me how that tip had no effect on your life, actually had a negative effect on your life. I would love to hear that story behind that one. So we are talking how to be more positive even when things aren't going your way. Number 1, positive affirmations. Number 2, be kind to others. Number 3, smile. Number 4, celebrate your wins. Right? Side note, water. Always want to be drinking your water. Aim for half your body weight in ounces per day. But celebrate your wins. We have become, there's a real term that is going around, and it's become more prevalent now than I think at any point ever, and it's keeping up with the Joneses, right? And we are always trying to go after that next best thing. One of the terms that I've heard more than anything is shiny object syndrome. We're always going after the next shiny object, right? And once we get it, it's cool, but then there's another shiny object, and we need to go get that, and that's where you get the shiny object syndrome. And you keep chasing after all these cool, fun, new things, right? The problem with that is we forget to celebrate when we've won, right? And we always think that we need more, and we need to be doing more, and we need to have more. And if we don't become more, then, we are just getting left out, and people aren't going to respect us, and nobody's going to like us, and we're going to end up with, nothing in our lives. And that's why we need to buy everything and make sure that people know that we have a lot in our lives, right? That's really why, credit card companies are as prevalent as they are. It's really why people have racked up more debt than we could ever imagine on paying back. So it's simply because people just don't know when they've won. They don't know how to win, right? They don't know how to celebrate when they've won. What's a win? Let's get real basic here. Real basic here. We had doTERRA convention a couple weeks ago, and we were actually hearing stories from villages in Africa, in Somaliland, and places in the most disgusting places in Europe where these people don't even know about running water. Come on, get out of town. Most of these people don't even have clothes, never mind a different set of wardrobe. Shoes are like not even a thing over there. And their, public washrooms are basically just a tub where everybody goes in, right? So, what's a win? Right off the bat, we have running water where we can just drink whenever we want to and don't have to worry about diseases. Number 2, we have a roof over our head. We have clothes to put ourselves in. We have food to be on the table, right? Maybe not the best food all the time, but it's definitely food. We have a workplace to go to, a school system to put our kids through, right? There's so many wins that we have. So much, right? We go to work and are guaranteed, for the most part, a paycheck, right? Can you imagine? There's so many places in the world where these people go to work and only to realize that they're not actually getting paid, right? And it's a real thing. They're going to go to work for 40 hours in a week, and then come time to get paid, they don't actually get paid. And they get jerked around by whoever they get jerked around by. And this is stuff that we, especially over here in North America, Canada, USA, we take that stuff for granted. And we really do. And that's where I love talking about where your worst day is somebody's dream day, right? So everything is a win, right? We woke up this morning, that's a win. We got to go to a bathroom that is actually ours, that we don't have to share with anybody. That's a win. We could go to our fridge and get fresh food. That's a win, right? We can go and have our own privacy when we want to go take a shower. That's a win. We can have clothes to put on our body. That's a win. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much stuff to be grateful for. There's so many wins that we have in life that we don't even care to think about. And if we actually take the time to stop and, smell the proverbial roses, you can think of so much stuff to celebrate. There's so much stuff to celebrate. My last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. An essential oil that I have here called Roman chamomile was actually used by ancient Romans before they went into battle, right? And it was used to promote, focus and concentration in battle, right? And I thought, what a perfect oil to think about when we're trying to be more positive. Because we as people, right, it's so much easier for us to think in negative terms than it is to think in positive terms, right? So when we're going into the battlefield to try and think positive and get rid and battle those negative thoughts out of us, We need to be prepared for it. My next blend that I have here is adaptive. And adaptive is just, like the name says, right? When we're trying to be more positive, it can definitely be a different scenario, a different situation that we need to adapt to, and something that we're not normally used to. Like I just mentioned, it's so much easier for us to think negative than it is to think positive. So when we need to adapt to that new mindset and just, have more positivity in our life and just get rid of those negative thoughts. That's where I love these two oils. They come in huge handy and rock it just the way that I love it. These two, this is basically what essential oils are used for. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. Maybe a Debbie Downer at your work. Who knows? I don't know. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you'd like a free sample of oils just to get your hands on a little taste tester before you make a full-on commitment, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and an even better week. And I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.